Okay, so for my first tutorial on YouTube, I thought I'd go back to the first thing I remember learning in Ableton. 14 years ago, there was two YouTube channels that were the dominant Ableton tutorial channels. One of them is Dubspot, the other one is Point Blank Music School. And both of them are still active, I believe. And I looked up on YouTube, and this particular tutorial that I'm referring to is from Dubspot, and the video is still up. It's called The Last Drum Rack You'll Ever Need. How it works is you open up a drum rack, and this one that I have open right now is a completed one I've made. So I'm going to show you how it works before I show you how to make it. But essentially, each pad is going to be dedicated to a particular drum sound, and you're going to have the ability to put in 127 of your favorite sounds, so your favorite kicks, rim, snares, claps, etc. So here's a little drum beat here. Okay, I got a kick, snare, and hat playing right now. So if I don't like the snare, I just move this macro. Anyway, so this is helpful in the context of a track you've already started, and you put down, a lot of times we just put down like a regular whatever drum sounds in the beginning, but as the track builds up, you start getting more serious about your drum selection. After your track is built up, then you start cycling through these, because you're going to find out some kicks are going to punch through your mix better than others, some snares, some hats. So you're able to see which ones sonically are better for your track. Now let me know if there's a better way of doing this, because I learned this 14 years ago, and I still do it like this. Sometimes I just have a more simple drum rack, just a few sounds. But if I really want to put together a bunch of sounds into one rack, this is how I'll do it. And so the way you do that is you open a drum rack up, drum rack, then you go into instruments, sampler, drag a sampler into one of your pads in the drum rack, then rename it to whatever drum sound you want, kick, click on the what's this one called here, macro control. So click macro control, rename it so that it's matching here. Open up the zone of your sampler and go ahead and get all of the kicks you want. I'm just gonna pick random kicks here. So I'm gonna get these. Let's see, that's 10 samples. See right here, 10 out of 10. So what you're gonna do is, as they're all highlighted like that, you're going to go to selector, move them so that it's from 1 to 10. Okay, 1 to 10. Then right click here and map to kick. You're mapping the selector to the kick. Go into map and change this again from 1 to 10. Alright, now the selector is on 1, but since they're all stacked on each other, if I press the kick pad, if I trigger this, it is going to trigger all the samples at the same time. Okay, so the way to get them so that they're all on their own number is you right click while they're all highlighted, right click distribute ranges equally. Now it's only gonna be one at a time. Okay. And that is the same process with everything else. That's how it works. That's it. So let's say I want to add more kicks. Later on, I find some more samples that I like. Put it in there. Now we have to fix this so that this is the 11th sample. So I'm gonna drag that to 11, and then this one all the way down back to 11. So now it's 1 through 11. So we have to go into the map and change that to 11. You got to do the same thing for each new sample, because if you don't, then you're not going to hear it. So now I'm going to 11. That's the new sample I just added. Remember, when you add a new sample, you see how by default it's like this. So you might add one and forget. Maybe you'll change the mapping. You'll say, oh, I have 12 samples. You go into the map and you change it to 12. But by default, it's going to be like here in key when you open it. And so you might forget that you got to also change the selector. I've done that before. So, and then when you're playing your sounds, the way this is right now is these are all playing individually, but then this final 11th sample is playing on all of them. So if I go to the first kick, it's going to be this kick playing and then this one at the same time. And see if I go over here, change it to 12, because now we have 12 sounds. Now it's playing by itself. And that's good, 1 through 12. So anyway, yeah, that's the end of my tutorial. It's called The Last Drum Rack You'll Ever Need. Go ahead and check out the dub spot video if you want to learn more. Also, another thing is Ableton has, you can add macros. So before it was only just 8. Now I can add a bunch more. I'm not sure how many I can add here. Oh, okay, you can go up to 16 now. So now you could have 16 drum elements that you're toggling. And if you do the math, that's 127 times 16. Technically, that's how many samples this thing can hold. But you probably should make sure that you got it on like an SSD card or like a fast memory storage, because if you maxed them all out, that'll probably take forever for the whole thing to open up. So yeah, usually you only need like 20. Alright, so that's it for now. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later.